Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Study Abroad Solution powered by Brigu Global Visa Consultancy. I'm Zara Anwar, I'm a junior counselor and I'm here to discuss few questions and topics students want me to discuss for the plans of studying abroad. So without wasting time, let's get started with today's topic we have. So today's topic of discussion is about the myths and misconceptions about studying abroad. Okay. So once a person or a student is wanting to study abroad, there are so many notions attached to it. Like if a student has come up through his own will, either he has seen his friend, either they have come under some of the influence that they have wanted to study abroad. And there are so many notions and the conceptions they are following or guiding. There are many misconceptions and also the myths the students are having while they are studying abroad or they are wanting to study abroad. And these myths and the conceptions depends on from a person to a person. If a person with a fresh mind, like a person who is wanting to study abroad and he is not having any idea, and if he talk to certain number of people, actually he will or she will get the number of notions or the conceptions. Each person is having some different about studying abroad. So here it is like I'll just tell you that how many myths and misconceptions are actually there and what actually the reality is. So now I'll be discussing few of the myths and misconceptions most of the students are having or the candidates are having. So the first one I have is it's too late for me to study abroad. So basically I would just like to say in this that it's nothing like that. A person who is wanting to gain knowledge, it is a lifelong like something. It is knowledge is something that if a person wants, they can achieve lifelong in my senses. And I would just say that a person who thinks that basically a person who thinks that this is that they cannot go abroad as it's too late, basically they are the one who thinks that they should go to study abroad either after 12th or the graduation. But there are so many options available for you guys. Like it doesn't matter if you are a graduate, you can go for many postgraduate programs and many other things. And if you go for many of the postgraduate programs, you are also have the chances to get the post-study work visa permit in some of the countries if you are willing to stay back for some more time. So basically this is the first misconception that the student mostly have, and even the student who has study gaps, they can be fulfilled if they have the requirement completed and they can also go for studying abroad. Okay, so coming on to the second myth and misconception students usually have is that they are choosing university that they are world ranked, like a world ranking highly which is recognized university. So let me tell you here, you should always look after the university after their course. If you are wanting to go with a commerce or you're wanting to go with a business course, look to the course. Look to the course that actually you should look around the world ranking course and it is available in which university. Not that you should look which is the high ranking university. There's a difference between the two. You're looking somewhere for the course that is very good in some university which is high ranked for the course or the field you're wanting to go, and there is something else that you find like which is the world high ranking university. So that university may be excelling in some other fields or the subjects that is not yours. So search for this instead of searching the university. So coming to the third myth and the misconception is about the native or the foreign languages. Many of the students actually think that they should know the foreign languages, but here let me tell you, English is widely acceptable. It is acceptable in most of the countries. I can count on like UK, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, New Zealand, Singapore, everywhere, right? Okay, it is available, it is accepted, it is the first language, and also in some countries it is the second language. Like if you go to Turkey or you are going to somewhere Thailand, it is acceptable. So you basically do not face any language barrier as such. The person who is thinking like they will be facing many of the language barrier. So let me tell you, this is the first language and also the second language is most of the countries. So you are likely not to face any of the trouble. The fourth one is studying abroad means traveling. So basically this is many of the teenagers and the students are having in misconception in the mind that if you're studying abroad it means traveling. No, it doesn't mean. If you're going to any university that you have applied for or the course you have applied for, you have to study that. You won't even get the time to roam in the city or get to know about the city. If you get some time, you just can go into the city, look after the things you have been wanting to look for. But it is nothing like that. Staying abroad means, like studying abroad means just you will be traveling all the time and having the leisure times, because you barely get time from apart from studies to travel or just to explore many of the new things. So the next one is studying abroad won't make any difference in your career. So here I would just say that it actually boosts your career options in the country or the native country you're living in, because the person who has come from abroad has obtained a degree from abroad. Many of the multinational companies and the big companies actually hire them because they are likely to accept the students who have studied abroad. As the students who have studied abroad, they actually know their responsibilities and are very capable of doing many of the things, because studying abroad is actually gaining the practical learning of many of the things of the subject areas. It can be business, it can be engineering, it can be science, it can be any subject. You gain the practical knowledge. So these are the companies who actually look for the practical knowledge rather than the theoretical knowledge. So the next one is, it is better to study abroad after your graduation. So in this, a person who has just completed 12th can also go for the studying abroad option, because I can say it is at an early age you tend to learn many new things, and at that age you actually accept it, you actually adapt to it. And I think after graduation it is a slight difficult, because you do not want to come out of your comfort zone. Basically, if I try to say, you actually don't come out of your comfort zone. So it would be much better that if you have the opportunity to go after 12, you can go, or if you are having the opportunity now after the graduation, go for it, because it experience is the same, just you get more of the experience. If you are going in the 12th, you will be settled over there, like you will have a exposure from the beginning. So the next thing is that studying abroad is very expensive. So this is the myth that most of the Indian parents carry. Actually, I can say this, but to be very clear, it is not. Most of the universities, and actually the course and the fee structure, actually it depends upon the university to university and from course to course that you are applying for. And there are so many universities that are giving the scholarship, application fee waiver, and there are many more things granted to it. And if I say to the Indian education system, it is, if you are going to a very well-known institution or university, I feel it is the same as compared to studying abroad. Studying abroad, you just get a practical learning more often. So the next method that the students have is about my grades are not so good to be adapted to the studying abroad. So let me clear you in this. If you think your grade is not that is to be required for the universities that you are wanting to, then you can go for GRE, GMAT, SAT. There are so many English proficiency tests that you can go for, and actually going through the test you can get the set and the limit in the many of the universities that you can apply for. You get so many options once you give the English proficiency test like IELTS, SAT, GRE, GMAT. So talking over these myths, it is a never-ending topic. I don't know when this topic end, but I have to end this video right here. I'll be creating part 2 for this myths and misconception for sure, because there are so many myths and misconceptions that I really need to discuss with the students, because actually when I didn't knew about it, even I was the one who used to have these myths and misconceptions about studying abroad. So yes, I would really like to upload a second video on this, and stay tuned for that. And if you have any doubt or the topics you want me to discuss over with my next video, feel free to mail us or contact us with the contact detail and the mail I'll be mentioning at the end of the video. We, the team at Study Abroad Solution powered by Brigu Global Visa Consultancy, are making ensure that the students do not face any problems while they are studying abroad, or if they're wanting to study abroad. So till then, Take care, stay happy, and have a great day.